I just want to see how this early game plays out, because I think there are things that Omega can do to help nullify the Draven lane and also make sure that they are in a strong position for that first dragon.
Okay, so while we're slowly loading into this game, I'm going to take things back a little bit. We're going to calm down a little bit here. We have 3,000 views on Trevo. We've got to appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that, by the way. It's absolutely insane. But I want to explain what happens in this scenario if this game is won by next play. That means they're 3-3. It's a BO7. We got match point after that for the final game. Whichever team gets their fourth game win will be taking the series and the $800 US. What happens if we get into game 7? We are going for completely different draft phase, and what it is blind pick. There's no bans. All the characters are back and available for every single player in this game. So that means you can have mirrored comps. You can have double Lulu, double Jinx, double Malphite, double anything. So that's something to keep in mind. If we do go into a game 7, everything is available.
Relatively speaking, I would expect to see the same comp that came out of next play to begin with, which was the Zed Ahri composition. We actually have, it's actually going to be Kennen mid here. It's going to be Ahri in the top lane. Are we see? Oh wait, what is?
And I mean, they're going for the ignite too. They were going for the kill, but unfortunately, can't connect onto Chili just yet.
No, but Chili is taken down incredibly low. Doesn't have to burn the flash to get out of it, but is obviously taken and forced out of the lane relatively soon. Just trying to stop the back here. Good stuff from Arise. What is the Malphite do? So Malphite top, Jarvan support? Okay, it's Jarvan support for Disaster. Honestly, I could not have predicted this from the outset. Jarvan looks like he's going to be roaming around with the Wukong a little bit, just taking some camps. They are kind of losing the power in the laning phase right now with the Draven. But the Jarvan support doesn't become, Jarvan doesn't become a champion until level 2. So he needs to get level 2 to become a champion at this point in time. He doesn't really have much gank potential. So you can see here the Kennen going to be forced to flash away as the flag coming down in the game. Jarvan isn't really a champion until level 2. He's going to slap him. First blood.
First blood over to NXP. Blitzcrank going to be joining up the mix. Ezreal not really too interested in that one, which is surprising me a little bit. I thought he could get maybe a little bit of a poke, but guy's going to be indeed first blood. Scoundrel going away of NXP in a pretty good spot, and they're already going to be shifting their focus up to the top side of the map. Ahri rotating away from mid, while Wukong is going to be going down the similar path, but he's in a bush. LC going to be retreating away, going to be careful about that one entirely. But yeah, so Jarvan, I do believe that also level 2 is going to be doing a lot more work. He becomes a champion at level 2. Currently level 3, going to try and contest away this jungle camp. I'm going to try and take it. Unfortunately, Kennen is still there, and Jarvan, why you're in jungle? Did you forget you were support, Jarvan? Come on.
But he also was just like strictly 1v3 and decided to go in on the Shyvana. That's what didn't make much sense to me. Like he could have flag comboed across them all to safety, but instead he was like, nope, this is my time, boys, and decides to go in and attack the Shyvana 1v3. Honestly, this game has been thoroughly confusing so far. Again, Disaster playing the very roam-heavy style that we saw him play on the Blitzcrank previously. Now going back down to the bot lane to help facilitate this Draven, who hasn't really had much time to phase, and that's given this Ezreal a relatively free laning phase thus far, and the Jarvan roam hasn't really resulted in anything tangible across the map. Like, they haven't really gained any major advantages. Let's see Akali in the top lane.
Akali going to try and go for the fight, get some nice insignificant damage. We still got the ultimate. What are you doing? He's still got ulti. Come on, you got he's level 5. Oh my God.
I mean, I think he was expecting the execute to come through there, Max. I really think he was expecting the execute to come through. The Ezreal ultimate just about misses as well. I really do believe that Smart. Kennen?
Mid. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about it. I do think that he had calculated in his head that he was going to just get the execute on the Malphite so that the ultimate wouldn't even matter. But that was actually just really well played from Arisen. Just waited, didn't die from the second dash of the execute, and then obviously just picked up the kill at the end there. Really nice use of the ultimate. Used it absolutely in a clutch situation too. However, we'll not have it for this upcoming Drake fight. What do I say about this game, though? I mean, again, this is a completely different style of play that we are used to from, the majority of the games that we would have been playing. You're seeing a very heavy roam support meta, and now in onto the Ahri in the mid lane, who is taken down low. Revenge kill for Smart on that Kennen just before the Drake is about to spawn. However, as I said, that Kennen ultimate is really important, and it has now been used. So that's a big power tool for a level 5 team fight that has actually been used before this Drake has even spawned.
Or Shyvana trying to take solo Drake here. I mean, she's able to get some good damage, and there's the follow-up of Ezreal, but unfortunately, this is not great. Blitzcrank going to be on the front line, maybe trying to go for a sneaky grab. Unfortunately, he's on the fake monkey, and a fake monkey's not going to be doing anything there for them, unfortunately. And they do catch out of position this Jarvan support, but now Jarvan support so far beyond, it's not going to do anything. Shyvana picks up the Drake, and now he's ready to die, baby. Let's go, Malphite. Ultimate great 3-man knockup, but it doesn't matter. The damage is just way too high for the side of Omega Esports, and he's just rolling on through the grab on Malphite to seal his fate. And that's another bunch of kills going the way of Omega Esports. They get the Drake, they get the frags, and that might indeed be a mid lane turret drop in. If they put, okay, I called that one too early, but no Drake, no mid lane turret for now. But overall, the fight is still going their way. And I have the impression, Xcandal, like 2 games we have a Blitzcrank, and Blitzcrank carries the early game. It's insane.
If you can hit the hooks, Blitzcrank's one of the best supports in the game. The reason that Blitzcrank kind of fell down in tier list, we'll have a look back at that fight. Jarvan just got caught out here. There is no Malphite ultimate to engage the fight of the dragon, so there's no real solid engage to basically force the issue here for next play. By the time that Malphite had the ultimate available, it was too late. They'd already received too much damage. He was basically on critical alert at that point. And obviously, as you said, Blitzcrank making some major hooks here. Just really putting pressure on the next play roster. Really impressive start here for Omega Smart. And again, like they had their important ultimates. Apart from the Kennen ultimate, they had pretty much every important ultimate ready to go, including the Akali ultimate, which had come back off cooldown off the back of that tower dive. She rotated really nicely for that dragon fight. I am impressed with Omega so far. They are in the driving seat in this game. It is championship point. Now remember, as Max correctly said, if next play win this, we go to a blind pick scenario, nothing held back. You can pick whichever champion, whichever composition you want. You pick your absolute best. If Omega win here, they win the whole tournament. Next play need to find a way back in. This Jarvan support, I am not convinced by it. It has not worked out thus far. There were supports that I think would have been better in this situation. The Nami Draven lane is incredibly toxic and quite difficult to deal with. And yeah, I just feel like you haven't used this Draven because you haven't been in the laning phase. We have a fight around the Rift Herald though, Maxi.
Yeah, Omega Esports going to try and contest it away. Nice ultimate coming on 3. Will be secured away by the Arya. Now it's time for Kennen to ult it down the CC. The damage is way too much for the side of NXP to deal with. And now they're just moving away. Ezreal going to be diving on through. Nice jump on forward. Does get the charm. Unfortunately, he's going to be... Oh, maybe survives it actually. But I think one more snipe is going to be enough. Barely misses it. And now Monkey's involved. Monkey's strong. And picks up 1, but now Akali's not chappy about that one. The Blitzcrank comes on through anyways. I think there's definitely a little bit of an overstay from this Ari, but Jarvan ready to follow up on the engage. Trying to make it happen, but not enough. They get the Herald and they get some kills once again. They get at a point of the game, like a 6k gold lead in 7 minutes. This is looking very dire for next play.
Actually, something that did work for next play is they actually stole the Herald. So actually, Ari has got the Herald ready to go.
Oh,
so
right.
that was something. Yeah. No. It happened in the middle of the fight, so you might not have caught it. But they are now grouping up mid. They may even be able to crack this mid lane turret with the Ari immediately popping that. Now there is, of course, a response here from the Ezreal. The ultimate comes through. That's nicely placed. They're gonna get this mid lane turret. That was a well played off the back of the use, but they're gonna go straight in for the engage.
Oh, the flash coming out from Draven. That was a clutch last second grab indeed. But unfortunately, we've seen this Draven that normally is like a super big early game power spike, but Draven is 0-2 right now. And unfortunately, his comeback potential of Draven is not all that high, I do have to mention. So hopefully they can find a good strat to get the Draven in a really solid spot. But Draven comeback is a pretty hard thing at hand to do. While Drake is going to be up in now the next 25 to 30 seconds. That's going to be the main focus.
Look, Draven is a laning AD carry. He is supposed to be dominant in the 2v2 because you can't out-trade when he has his axes spinning. He's one of the best trading AD carries in the game. It just doesn't make sense to me that you play a heavy roam Jarvan, leaving Draven to 2v1 in the bot lane, because you're kind of missing the part of the game where Draven's really strong. And as you said, Draven does not come back into a game very well. He's very poor in that sense. We have another fight breaking out though. Oof.
Yeah, we had a nice job on ultimate initially, but that's going to be also forcing out the ultimate from the Shyvana, and now without the ultimate, maybe they can try and take the fight, but they're just way too spread on the side of the next play. They just can't contest that Drake once again. Blitzcrank going for the ult, and even though it's the Malphite, doesn't matter. Kennen on the ulti too, they just get melted. What's an HP bar? I don't know, my friend. As now also Ari and Draven going to get chased on down. This Akali is just doing so much work. She's going to go for the dive, but no Malphite this time around. He might be able to get it. The ignite is there, but Ooze barely survives once again. Malphite backs though? Actually, it's maybe... Oh, no, he does not. I jinxed it. It's okay. He's going to go out, and that's going to be kill number 3 for the side of Omega.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know why teams weren't picking Kennen. You're seeing the power of Kennen still in these team fight situations. Like, he is still super strong. loads of damage output as well with the Leandri spike, and it just gives time for Akali to clean up for free. Like if you have the slicing maelstrom on the top of the team fight, Ahri can essentially walk up to whoever she wants and land that insane amount of damage, and that is what we saw in that dragon situation right there. Really, I think heads up play for Omega to just force it, because one of the things that Shyvana is particularly good at is in her dragon form, she takes these neutral objectives really quickly. So she just essentially utilized her fire breath, get that percentage health shred on the we have another fight breaking out though. Holy moly.
Oh man, Shyvana's diving into that one without the rest of her team as she gets so much damage. The Ezreal tries to ult, but it doesn't connect. Even though Blitzcrank hit that, and I thought he was going to go down after the charm of the Ahri, it is just not going to be enough, and he even takes away the honey fruit to be that reliable frontline once again. Wukong going to try and escape and make his way back to the base, but I just don't see an opportunity for them to make the comeback happen here. Like, unless they get like the biggest wombo combo between the Wukong and the Malphite, then maybe. But even then, the damage just lacking so heavily that they can't burst anyone on the other side.
Yeah, this is looking grim, I think, for Next Play to find their way back into this game. You know, you've got some really big item spikes hit. The Rabadons for both Akali and Kennen has been picked up. You've got the Triforce spikes for the Shyvana and the Ezreal. Ezreal having completed the Muramana also. And Blade of the Ruined King finished with Shyvana. This is a really strong 2-item spike for this jungler. This next fight, you know, I really do feel that in terms of item spikes and power levels, completely outclassed. Next player 10k gold down now at this point. And again, I'm not entirely convinced by picking a Draven and then not laning with the Draven. That's you can see the Draven's scoreline speaks for itself. He has not had any support this game to potentially look for the strong trades into the Ezreal. Draven trades well into Ezreal. Ezreal cannot trade effectively versus the Draven. But obviously the Jarvan roam, especially Jarvan level 1 roam, like I get it if it's a Braum max man. I get it if it's a Braum, because Braum's level 1 is strong. Jarvan's level 1 is not strong. Jarvan is not a champion until level 2. And so that's why I didn't really understand this heavy roam style coming out from a level 1 Jarvan. But nonetheless, I do think that Omega played incredibly well. The really big coordination around Drakes was needed, especially when the Kennen has the ultimate ready to go, and you've seen it when the Kennens had the ultimate in these dragon fights. It has not even been close, and we are obviously now waiting for this third dragon of the game to spawn in roughly 50 seconds time. That is going to be another big potential team fight situation for the side of Omega to exploit.
Next Play are just scared to move anywhere past the river, really. They just can't go anywhere. They are lacking vision heavily. They just don't know what they're getting involved with. They do not have vision on the Drake either, so if they try and contest it, they're just not going to know really what they're getting involved with. And the moment in time where you're just lacking vision and information and you're just always in your side of the map is when you're truly getting bullied if you can't push your way out of that one. And especially when you have a Blitzcrank too, he's just on the front line, ready to go for those grabs, initiate those fights if you can, and look for a great opportunity. I don't know. Jack Hymick did it yesterday. They came back from like an 8 to 10k goal lead. Said it is still possible. It's not impossible to do, but the odds of that happening are extremely slim. And I got to say, things are not looking great for Next Play to make it happen, as we do seem that Omega Esport want to end this as a 4-3 lead so far. But they're going to have Shyvana just pushing up on that Drake solo. She can afford to do it super easy, while the rest of the team is in mid, which is basically blocking everyone else for the sort of Next Play to make it towards that Drake and contest it. And Blitzcrank hits the hook, and that's going to be an instant kill on the Ahri. Second turret mid goes down. They're trying to go for the straight push, but you're losing mid turret control. Once again, you're going to get even more held in your own base, and even the inhib tower is going to drop down, and they just can't do anything because they tried to split push when that was not the thing to do.
I don't know whether it was split pushing, but they might have also been looking for a catch. Like, they'd set up some vision control around those brushes. They were maybe hoping someone would walk into them and they could go for a quick and easy Baron. I genuinely think that might have been the only play. I mean, Akali's caught out here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get her in this for a second. She's caught 1v3. If they don't pick that up, I don't know. Oh my god, that damage was disgusting. And she escapes alive. Oh no. But during that time, they're going to try and take the Baron. And during that time, also going to have the good old Ezreal picking up that one easy frag onto this. Oh my god, I don't know, man. The support is just having some real hard time.
It's a disaster, mate. It is. It has not been a successful Jarvan support game. 0, 5, and 2. Again, Malphite support is okay. Like, you can play Malphite support. Like, put Jarvan jungle, maybe Wukong top. I don't know. There are some experimental drafts coming out from next play. These are things that maybe they've worked in scrims or in solo queue for them, and they've obviously, when it comes to all-round ban pick, you are limit testing the drafting capabilities of teams. You make it very difficult for them to sort of play the same thing every game, so you're really pushing the boundaries of what they're capable of. It just feels that Next Plague have kind of exhausted those limitations. Just feels like they may be a little bit out here. Obviously, Wukong in the bot lane has to be a little careful, but they're getting every single lane shoved with this Baron. If they lose every single inhibitor tower, I do not believe there is a way for Next Plague to get back into this, and this will be Omega's championship on the platter, ready for the taking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you really want to experiment in draft on the final game to decide if you win or lose the tournament. That every tower is just getting shoved in, every lane is getting bullied, the big minions are there with the Baron buff too. This seems like a game, and Wukong knows this is going to be his final opportunity to go for the dive. Akali tries her best to make the fight happen, but they're just essentially going to focus it. Malphite misses his ultimate completely. They're almost diving in a fountain. That's how confident they are, and it doesn't matter. Omega Esports will be your champions, will be your winning team of the Wild Rift Asia Brawl tournament.
Massive congratulations. Massive congratulations to Omega Smart. That was a really hard fought series. Next Play definitely gave them a run for their money in a couple of the games. Honestly, this game was just a bit of a snowball off the back of the first Dragon fight again.